May the 30th, 2020. We're putting Americans in space. We're gonna try. We tried to do it a couple days ago, but I'm heading to the Space Coast. Kennedy Space Center. Gonna try to see a rocket launch. You wanna go with me? All right, 3 hours over to the Space Coast. We'll see you there. Gregory, what are you doing?
Trying not to get burnt by the sun.
Skin protection here at the Kennedy Space Center. It's about 2 minutes before it opens. There's a little bit of a line. Of course, we got all the essentials. We get sanitizer, sunscreen, face covering, hat, our glasses. So yeah, we're prepared to be out here for about the next, I don't know, the rocket launches at 3:30 and it is currently about 10 o'clock. So we got about 5 hours of exploration, and then we get to see the Dragon Crew rocket go up. Alright, so the park opened at 10. There's still a little bit of a line. Still a little bit of a line, but honestly, it doesn't seem to matter how old you get. You see the NASA globe, you see a booster rocket from the space shuttle. Space still captures no matter what your age is. It's crazy. What do you think, Rick?
It's wild. This is awesome.
Pretty wild. So the park just opened a couple days ago on the 28th. Of course, on the website they talk about the requirements, face covering. They're going to be doing social distancing, but oddly enough, these outside queues they're not marked for social distancing. So it's going to be interesting to see what it's like inside the park. So it took us about 50 minutes to get in the park. We had to wait in line. Again, not a lot of social distancing in line. Went through metal detector and temperature scan. So now we're in. All right, so we're gonna start off with the Heroes and Legends. Gonna make our way in.
Giving everybody some separation. How many in your party?
So normally this would be a big IMAX type show, but because of what's going on, no shows today, no place for people to gather together. So right through the Heroes exhibit down to the Hall of Fame. This looks like a pretty cool theater though. Floor to ceiling, IMAX. display, they start off with the phrase, "A hero is," and then there's all these little pods, inspired, passionate, curious, tenacious, really showing the inspiration behind the early astronauts who took a big risk to go into space. I feel like a kid again. It's very cool. Oh, wow.
For so long, I just didn't think much about anything else.
Stuck my head out into truly a different world again. My job was to crawl hand over hand to get back to the back of the spacecraft.
So the Astronaut Hall of Fame, very cool. The walls are lined with images of astronauts by the class that they were inducted into the Hall of Fame. So notably, like Neil Armstrong was in the second class. So the pioneers like Alan Shepard, John Glenn, they're in the first class, Gus Grissom. But then the people that went to the moon are in the second class. It goes all the way up to induction into like 2015, I think is the latest class, but 2019. So yeah, pretty cool. You don't really think of all these astronauts, you know. Yeah. It's pretty neat, man. A lot of people getting it done here on the wall. It's pretty cool. Today's vlog is sponsored by. Yeah, nobody. We're just here on our own. But apparently Boeing does a lot of this space stuff. Boeing. To the rocket garden. What kind of seeds do you reckon they plant to grow a rocket? What do you mean it's not that kind of garden? This is like every kid's dream.
Yeah. Every human.
And some adults.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And we are standing by to go into the suit up room. We just
we're suiting up.
So suit up is just beginning out, and there is our first look at the room. There is astronaut Doug Hurley getting into his spacesuit, and he's being helped by one of the suit technicians there. So this is our.
I like how they're
first
giving
look
us
at
the
room.
live
Again,
feed.
Doug Hurley, he has flown into space 2 times before. He was the pilot on STS-127.
There's a lady in that speaker.
135.
We have to go save
There's
her.
a wider shot. You can see astronaut Bob Behnken also in view now. Bob is to the right of your screen, and he also flew on 2 shuttle missions. Bob's a native of St. Ann, Missouri. So if you're watching from Missouri, especially St. Ann, wave hi, there's Bob. And Duff is from Appalachian, New York. He was born in Endicott, considers Appalachian his hometown.
Yeah, so here's the deal. We're about 4 hours from the launch. They told us in the Hall of Fame that we should go check the launch area and see what the seating's like. So we're just perusing the rocket garden. Then we're gonna go over to the big booster and see what the seating's like. And what you hear in the background, now we don't see it on a screen anywhere, but that is the live feed of what's going on with the launch. So it sounds like the astronauts are in the suit up room. Eventually they'll be making their way to the vehicle. And hoping for a launch today. It was 50-50 this morning, but it's not scrubbed, so that's a plus. I'm excited. Is this the Saturn V right here?
I think so.
This is amazing.
They're pretty much the same as the ones in vehicles even said. So what they're doing right now is strapping the crew into the seats to prepare for the two big plans.
All right, to be as most accurate as possible,
Gets to know each other well too. There's a way.
we don't know what that rocket is. I think on the website we're supposed to see the Saturn V, but maybe not. It's pretty cool looking though. All right, we're gonna go over to the booster and see what the seating looks like for the rocket launch. Nice cool breeze coming through. It's about 85 degrees in Florida. We've had the mask on for a couple hours, not bad. So what do you think?
It's not bad.
Yeah, the face covering's not a big deal at all. Everybody in the park's got it, which is nice. And yeah, the social distancing is a little questionable, but but people are wearing the face coverings.
All the training events.
To our valued guests, for your health and safety, please wear a face covering while at the visitor complex. Please also wash your hands often and thoroughly with water and soap for at least 20 seconds or use hand sanitizer.
That so many other people had to put into this to make it successful.
For Doug personally, he's worked so hard, through his entire life to get.
It's been a long road in a lot of ways for not only us, but certainly for all the folks that work in the commercial crew program, as well as SpaceX in our case, just working to get to this point. It's been a huge amount of sacrifice and time that we've all, the fruits of our labor are coming to fruition.
A lot of things happen like that.
Really?
Yeah. Do whatever you want to do, but
So yeah, there's rockets, there's America. You're wondering if this place is legit or not. Definitely legit. Starbucks. It's closed today, but still, at least it adds, don't you think, Greg?
it adds to it. Without it, it wouldn't be like no credibility here.
Sorry, Duncan. Starbucks, baby. And as I mentioned before, Boeing not the sponsor, but Starbucks not the sponsor either. We have to buy Starbucks. So. All right, we're still trying to make our way to the launch area. I thought the Lego was over there.
Do what?
But there's Lego over there. Well, astronaut ice cream, Greg.
That stuff's so stupid.
That's how they survived.
They didn't eat that.
This is exactly what they ate.
No. This is commercialized.
The youth these days, so cynical. The worm logo. Oh yeah, nice hats. So what's cool is anywhere you go where there's history, there could be pieces of it. This is actually the walkway that Armstrong, Aldrin, and Michael Collins walked to get to the capsule that took them to the moon.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
All right, we're gonna follow the steps of Aldrin, Collins, and Armstrong. Of course, we don't have a suit.
And we're not going to the moon.
We're not going to the moon, we're going to look for Lego. I guess it's less dramatic. Still cool though, I mean, this is, we just walked where Neil Armstrong, we'll never walk on the moon, but pretty close.
We walked in their footsteps.
Yeah. Yes, Greg, we can look at the toys. Kids.
Oh, they got that crap.
It's a robot.
This is the coolest.
Yeah, I like that rocket.
Are there any exclusives?
No.
It breaks up into different pieces. That's pretty cool. And you can get, oh my goodness. They're like, adjust. That's pretty cool.
Lego. Jenny! NASA's merch game. On point.
On point.
On point. Well, a ton of cool stuff in the gift shop, but a lot of people, so I'm gonna bail out of there, I think. So this is the line for the rocket viewing. I don't know if they're not letting people in yet, but it's a pretty big line. But we're gonna go through, we're gonna look at the Space Shuttle Atlantis Pavilion first. And then we'll get in this line. So I feel like we're in a building big enough to house a space shuttle. So I think we're about to find out. Thanks.
Very welcome. You guys enjoy the exhibit.
Thank you. Oh.
Where'd it go?
It's another deal where they would show you a movie, but not today. Oh wow.
Crap.
Oh wow. Holy moly.
I got chills. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Look at that. Wow. remember as a teenager watching these go up in space. I remember the Challenger disaster. It's all inspiring. It's amazing to think that people went up to space in this. Wow. I don't think the video can do it justice. Pretty amazing.
System is what they call it.
That's if you have to go to the bathroom in space. I think the handles are cool. I know we say it a lot in the cruise world, but nice aft.
That looks great.
Yeah. Oh, it's sad you can't go in there. The cool thing about getting the ticket today, everything's not open, but they give you another ticket for 2021. So really a nice thing that they're doing. They wanted to open the park so people could come look at the launch, experience some of the stuff where they feel like they could distance people, but then give you a ticket so you could come back next year. So kudos, I think it's good stuff. It's a good idea. It's kind of trippy.
It was cool.
Did you send a video of it? Just send a picture? Yeah, just send a picture.
This is re-entry. This is what the red on the shuttle. No, I think that's the simulation.
Wait, what is it?
The heat on the tiles.
Oh.
Yeah, so you go through the red and then you finally get back into the atmosphere.
Everything is in great shape.
That's wild. Welcome home. Science. What is this?
Toilet. How do astronauts go? Toilets on the space station.
It's another poo segment.
Clothes for your health.
Wow. Literally a shuttle bus.
Now they're cruising on Teslas.
Of course, the history of the shuttle would not be complete without remembering those who died as astronauts. And they do have a Challenger in Colombia, Fallen Heroes. I'll show you that. This is really a spectacular exhibit. If you grew up with the space shuttle, this is kind of mind-blowing because you've only ever seen it on TV, and it's just amazing. I highly recommend if you can come to Kennedy. All right, well, we popped out and we're where the viewing is. I don't know what the seating's like, but we're gonna check it out.
Is a movable platform that just gets extended out to the capsule just to make that port. We're getting the final presentation with a number of different pad technicians. Everybody on that.
The crew in the event of a cabin depressurization, so the suits help keep them close released on the resonate trucks.
100% sure where we're gonna see it at, but this is where they're sitting with the bleachers, so should be it, right?
Yeah.
And we got about 3 hours till launch time, so we'll be chilling for a bit. Okay, so the weather is sketchy today. It is raining right now, but still a few hours until the launch. They say it's 50-50, so we're hoping, but yeah, the rain is in. So we've had a couple of thunderstorm warnings. Every time you have one, they tell you get out of the bleachers, so we just repositioned. It's AstroTurf, which is comfortable to lay on. It's not dirty, and it seems to dry quickly, so the crowd is starting to form up. We're about an hour, 40 minutes away, so fingers crossed that this weather gets out of the way. We did see a big jet fly over. I know that the president's supposed to be here. I don't know if that's who it was, so, but yeah, it looked like could have been Air Force One.
It was blue.
It was blue, so I don't know. So we're about 50 minutes away. It's hot, it's sunny, so hopefully the weather holds up. The crowd's starting to fill out here. They do have security here making sure that people are doing their face coverings, because there's really no way to social distance, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, unless something crazy happens, at least we're looking good, but a lot could happen in 50 minutes, so we're hanging. A cheer just went up. We just hit 5 minutes to go, T-5. Everything looks good. We're not really sure where the rocket's gonna go, but you have this tree line here. I think it's gonna be obvious pretty soon after it goes up where it's at. So I'll come back when there's a minute left. I'm too excited to talk about it. Greg, stop smiling. This kid's smiling. You can't tell this. All right, we're gonna be back. 1 minute to go. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unbelievable. Pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Wow. Wow, so that was pretty amazing. I didn't know that it would be as emotional as it was, but I don't know, just at one moment you have this rush of an appreciation for everything that goes into something that complex, and now you got these two dudes going out into space. So glad we did it. Glad we got to do this, Greg.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. We're gonna get some postcards, then we're gonna head to the car. We'll check in with you there. We made it back to the car. It's really warm still. There's so much traffic. It's gonna be a while to get out of here, but we got two options. We're either gonna go over to Port Canaveral and see if there's any cruise ships there, or we're gonna go home. We're not gonna tell you which. That means you gotta keep watching. But first, we need a copious amount of water.
We need water.
We were gonna buy some more water in there, but it was like $3.50 per little 16 ouncer. So we're gonna go somewhere where we can buy a jug for $1, drink the whole thing. I don't know, it's a mystery where we'll be next. We could be in Oklahoma.
I don't know about that.
Okay, Greg doesn't have faith. All right, we're gonna try and navigate this traffic. We'll see you at the next one.
And then we pick up where we left off.
The romance continues.
Absolutely.
So how long you been with it?
What are you gonna do? You have no hop.
All right, it's an hour later and we've probably gone 5 miles. I think we end the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed our day at Kennedy Space Center. It was a good time, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It wasn't cruising, but definitely a fun excursion. Go check out Kennedy Space Center if you're on the east coast of Florida near Port Canaveral. Thanks for stopping by. This is Greg. And I'm Tony. We're Lido Loca today, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido.
See you on the Lido.
Bye.